Nintendo is doing phenomenally well right now and will continue doing phenomenally well in the future in spite of like global problems and all the stuff that's going on right now. Nintendo has succeeded while companies like Valve will never do anything but fail.
Now dig on this.
What's up, y'all? Hope we're having a great day today. Just vibing out. You know how it is. And today, I have some more therapy for everyone. So today we're going to be taking another look at the lovely individual on YouTube known as Harman Smith for some good old-fashioned quality therapy. Now, if you don't know, I did a video previously on this guy discussing the Steam Deck living rent-free in his head. So if you're unfamiliar with Harman, to summarize, he's no longer just a Nintendo fanboy extremist, but instead, he's been promoted to Nintendo shill extremist. And I think it was that PlayStation gamer that said it best. Nintendo bought this bitch years ago, and that quote really shines true. So overall, Harman is a bit of a rage bait troll, with some incredibly shitty takes, always shilling for Nintendo. And ever since the Steam Deck was announced, it has been living rent-free in his head, to the point where I'm now convinced that he's been paying it to live there. So although Harman may be a bit of a troll, in the last video I linked this, and I'll link it in the description of this video, but another channel named Kim Josh Un has a really good exposed video on Harman, if you want to see how much of a piece of shit he actually is. But I think I've rambled long enough, so without further delay, let's dive right into Harman Smith's lovely video, going on another whiny tantrum over the Steam Deck yet again, with some Nintendo shilling mental gymnastics. Let's play this shit.
Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, King Dio, Lauren Frey, and the upcoming Mouth of the Dragon. Please sure to look forward to that. So,
bruh, I already called him out for plugging his books in the last video, but Jesus Christ, it's just the way he plugs them is hysterical to me. It's just rapid-fire information, hoping no one clicks off within those first 10 seconds. I'm honestly not too sure if Harman or Malcolm has the worst intro.
With the release of the Steam Deck, I have been casually observing the reactions of fanboys online.
That's right, casually observing the reaction. Just downplay it like you haven't been shit-hawking the Steam Deck and eyeing its reception since it was announced.
There have been, as I expected, there was a very, very immediate decline in interest in the Steam Deck after it came out.
Oh, and I'm sure you have some completely unbiased sources to back up that claim, don't you, Harman?
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Like, now, the fantasy of the Steam Deck, the fantasy of having, like, a console that can play everything that a Nintendo Switch can, immediately faded with the reality that, like, oh wow, like, Steam Deck can't play even all of the games on Steam, like, let alone games on Switch or games on other platforms, like.
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
This is how you can tell the motherfucker knows fuck all about the Steam Deck, because he still has this notion that it was made to compete directly with the Switch, or as some kind of reaction to it. So already you can see his pseudo-logic. But you know what the Steam Deck can play? COD, Halo, Dying Light 2, fucking Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War 2018 for Christ's sake, and countless more huge titles. You can't play any of them on Nintendo Switch, Harman, because of the poor hardware.
Like I said early on, the Steam Deck had no audience, but in my circle, in my demographic, among like my community, I have been bombarded with requests to talk more about Steam Deck, to talk more about this console and like its failings, its problems, and I really don't think it's necessary. I really don't.
Bruh, you cannot make this shit up. If you don't think it's necessary, then why are we even here, Harman? But please, continue to tell us all about the downfall of a platform from your totally unbiased circles. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm pretty sure my 85-year-old grandmother could understand this shit better than you, dude.
Because even the most hardcore of Steam fanboys are not playing their Steam Decks.
Huh?
And how the fuck do you know that, Harman? I mean, it's a platform you clearly know fuck all about, and I love how many assumptions and claims you make without ever backing them up. Please show me all the fans not playing their Steam Decks right now. I'll wait. And probably forever.
The entire point of the Steam Deck, the entire reason it exists, the entire reason the fanboys hyped it up so much, the entire reason that like third parties are throwing all their weight behind it, it's to try and downplay the Switch. It's to try and create artificially create a competitor for Switch, even though there really is no demand for one.
And this is how you can tell that this guy knows absolutely nothing on what he's talking about, because anyone with at least one wrinkle in their brain would understand who the target market is for the Steam Deck. It was made as a portable extension for people who already play on PC, not as a reaction to Nintendo, regardless of whatever fantasy world you want to live in.
Companies are desperate for Nintendo to kind of step aside and go bankrupt, and at this point in time, it doesn't really feel like it's going to happen.
Tell me you know nothing about the industry without saying you know nothing about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, what a childish, pathetic mentality. So I'll say it again. Not everything every other company does is a reaction to your precious sugar daddy, Nintendo.
Like, the third parties did everything in their power to ruin Nintendo's console division, to ignore their handhelds, to ignore their business entirely, and they failed.
Fuck, dude. The Nintendo Switch is still alive and well? I guess it means I should just sell my PC, forget getting a Steam Deck, and become a Nintendo shill extremist just like our boy Harman here.
They did everything they could, and there's just nothing more they can do. Even by directly copying Nintendo and like releasing tablets like this.
So wait, the Switch is a tablet now? Whatever. But no way did the Steam Deck copy the Switch. Handheld gaming PC extensions have already been a market for a while now. Even Linus Tech Tips has a few videos up about the Steam Deck comparing it to its actual competitors, not the Nintendo Switch. Because the Switch never was its competitor. It was competing with other handheld PCs. And the actual hype behind it was that this time it was Valve themselves making it, and for like half the cost of its actual competitors. But please, Harman, tell us all otherwise.
And like trying to tell their audience, like, oh man, it's so much more powerful, it's so much better. Like, it's never ever going to outperform the Switch. Not financially, not hardware wise, not software wise. Like, there's nothing they can possibly do.
Bruh, what the fuck? Is he really capping that the Steam Deck's hardware is less powerful than the Switch? I swear to fuck, that glass must be full of some real dumb bitch juice.
What? Are you supposed to see that many?
All they can do is really keep up this facade and keep trying to convince people that like Nintendo is for kids and that the Steam Deck is for adult gamers. The market is different. It's really not.
Bro, no. He really isn't going to sit here and cap that there aren't different markets for these products, right? The mental gymnastics in this video are astounding. It has me worried. How much worse can this get?
It's really not. Like, I am lately watching Nintendo Directs. It's kind of startling seeing how many people get excited at different things. People who like Fire Emblem, you know, people who like Xenoblade, people who like Wii Sports. Like, I saw so many reaction videos of people reacting to that Nintendo Direct, and they all went wild over completely different things. And to me, that kind of speaks volumes about, like, where...
Bruh, I just noticed this. Why did he just dip his finger in his fucking glass? Like, am I tripping? Can we see that again?
Kind of speaks volumes about, like...
God damn. Like, I guess it isn't that big of a deal, but why is he doing that right into the camera? Ugh, moving on.
That kind of speaks volumes about, like, where all of these different audiences for all these different games are, is that they are all on Nintendo Switch.
Is he really going to use Nintendo Direct, a showcase for specifically Nintendo products, as some kind of, like, census for the entirety of the video game/gaming market? What in the actual fuck, Harman?
There's no reason to have multiple platforms. Like, I always see people try and argue that, like, competition is good for the industry, having different pieces of hardware is a good thing. It's not. Like, really, what companies should be doing is releasing competitive pieces of software on the same hardware, right? They should all be Nintendo exclusive.
Shut the fuck up. Know your fucking place, trash.
There should there should be no Amazon Luna, there should be no like Google Stadia, there should be no Xbox Game Pass, there should be no PlayStation, there should be no Apple Arcade, there should be no mobile game market. Like everything should just be primarily released on a single gaming platform.
Jesus Christ. I guess this take did get a lot worse. Like, what kind of mental midget thinks like this? I swear Butter has a higher IQ than you. Because we all know what hardware he would like to see as the only platform. You know, I would like to see all games come to PC. One unanimous platform. But even there we have competing hardware. And that's almost like that's what the Steam Deck was a result of. God damn, this is such a petty mentality.
We are slowly marching towards that inevitable reality where these alternative markets just aren't that viable. I would say at this stage, the only reason that like Apple Arcade even exists is because like Apple is just throwing money at it.
So after a quick Google search, I'll throw some images up on screen if you actually care, I found that in short, Apple Arcade does in fact make quite a bit of money. So for one, you're wrong as usual, Harman, and for two, what the fuck does this have to do with the Steam Deck's quote-unquote failure, bruh?
Like, the only reason Xbox Game Pass exists is because Phil Spencer is just throwing money at it.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Like we're dealing with the biggest companies in the world who are willing to blow billions of dollars to attempt to compete with Nintendo.
How fucking stupid do you actually have to be to not understand something to this degree? Like, the fuck are you even trying to say? Do you really think the Steam Deck was a reaction to the Switch? Like, can you just...
Please, touch some grass.
But Nintendo is so good at what they do, they're really never going to be toppled. They're going to establish themselves as a true industry, a giant. I think in the next 50 years, will be bigger than Disney.
Alright, hold up, guys. I'm gonna go mark my calendar, and you should too. 50 years to the day, Nintendo is going to consume all of its competition and consume Disney itself. And we still won't even have a Switch Pro by then. No new hardware, right? Because more software.
Disney, I anticipate, will have a major collapse in the next 10, 20 years.
What the fuck?
No, I'm not dignifying that with anything else. I don't even like Disney that much, but no. Secondly, what the fuck does this have to do with the Steam Deck's failures?
Oh, well, Nintendo will keep expanding and growing. Nintendo is doing phenomenally well right now, and will continue doing phenomenally well in the future.
Woo! Nobody gives a shit!
And what is your fucking point? You could say the exact same thing about most of these gaming/media companies at the moment.
In spite of like global problems and all the stuff that's going on right now, Nintendo has succeeded, while companies like Valve will never do anything but fail.
Oh shit, dude. Valve is just continuously going to fail, let down its users, and crumble as a company? Then wait, what the actual fuck is this? Oh. Shit. Well, anyways, y'all, that's going to just about do it for Harman's fan-fucking-tastic YouTube video. You know, I think we all learned a couple things today. For one, Harman's going to be paying the Steam Deck to live in his head forever. And for two, that he clearly knows nothing about the industry that he claims to love so dear. But I think we all learned that Harman really is just a rage bait troll. Because how could anyone be that genuinely stupid? But anyways, y'all, that's all I've got for today. You know, I've definitely rambled enough myself in this video, so thank you all so much. Big ups for watching it, and especially if you made it this far into the video, y'all are the real ones, and I really do appreciate the fuck out of it. And you know, if you liked what you saw, maybe subscribe for some more quality therapy, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.